The media I've chosen to review is Dark Souls for the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. This game screams insanity, and even the slogan for the game is Prepare to Die, which you will do quite a lot. It is an action role-playing game, and is the second of a series, the first being Demon Souls, released in 2009, and Dark Souls is not quite a sequel to Demon Souls, but more of a worthy addition. It is a brutally unforgiving game, and I would personally consider it one of the most difficult games I've ever played. It is an innovative trial and error game which makes every step forward that you make a rewarding experience. Dark Souls is a lot like a dungeon crawler, where every enemy is more unforgiving than the last. You start by choosing a class, a knight, barbarian, sorcerer, thief, so on and so forth, a lot like other role-playing games. You customize the look, and then you get thrown directly into the action, and you're fighting your first boss within the first 10 minutes of the game. You can explore slightly, but there are designated paths to follow, but you have to find them yourselves. There are save points throughout the game called bonfires, and these are large gaps between these bonfires, which makes things very difficult. When you get to a bonfire and you rest there, all the enemies within the world except for the bosses respawn. Also, there are healing flasks, but there are only about 5 of them that you can use, which makes things very difficult. Killing enemies rewards souls, which you can use as currency of the game to upgrade your equipment and buy helpful items. There is an online mode, even though it's mostly an offline game, where you can summon different people into your world to either help you or brutally fight you. The game is purely unforgettable. The bosses are epic battles and the environments are very eerie. The world is drenched in deep lore, however most of it you pick up through off-the-beaten-path explanation. The gist of the story is that the world was once ruled by ruthless dragons and shrouded in darkness, and then humans emerged and summoned the powerful elementals to fight the darkness and spark the fire of life. The world came into a golden age, until now the fire is beginning to dwindle, and the darkness is creeping back into the world. You play as the undead, which are called hallowed, and are trying to fight your way back into humanity as the darkness comes. And along the way, you become the chosen one, and you are to renew the spark of life. Dark Souls is a game that will take the best of role-playing game and throw in very action-oriented combat. It is a very diverse game where you can be the one to buff up in a full set of armor and roll your way through enemies, or be a stealthy, quick assassin-type character with sneak attacks and parries. The game has a system where all armor, weapons, stats, and skills can be customized to your liking. You don't need to be a sorcerer to use magic, nor a thief to perform a quick assassin move, like most role-playing games. The game is purely about trial and error and finding the right strategy for every fight. This makes even the smallest victory gratifying and helps you develop further strategies for future fights. Dark Souls presents itself as a beautiful game with ambient lighting and incredible vast landscapes. Some of the character details at close range can look a little lacking, but it does not draw too much away from the world around you. The audio is immersive, and the music is haunting at most times until boss battles emerge where they become a more chaotic tune. There are some physics issues within the game, where some bodies will get caught on your feet and create some amusing ragdoll physics. The rate will drop at times when you enter new areas, but overall these flaws do not affect the beauty of this game. In conclusion, I very much enjoyed this game. It frustrated me a lot of times, but I always came back to see if I could progress further. I mostly play story-driven games, and this one I came back not just for the story, but for the feat of strength that I could do it. I would give this game a 9 out of 10, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who enjoys a good challenge, and anyone else for that matter, because if you're like me, it'll pull you in.